that was happening to me.
I walked right up the right side of the line.
Yeah.
Alright, so the tide is out right now, so it allows us to actually go down the beach over this way, and then you can access the trail, so you can actually bypass a couple of ladders and stuff. So, and the beach walk is kind of nice. And you can see all the beach here. It's incredible. Beautiful. Well, good morning, and it is a beautiful one. There's all the ocean behind me. Tide is out, so lots of walking ahead of me. I'm hoping to do about 14 kilometers today, which will take me to the 26 kilometer mark, which is called Tsusiat Falls. Beautiful spot. I've seen it before on other YouTube channels. So anyways, morning's just getting started. It's about 6:45 a.m. and I was up pretty early, 5 o'clock, but I also went to bed pretty early. So anyways, we're on the trail. Yeah, looks like we have ourselves another suspension bridge. Pretty cool. They definitely move. Yeah, we're bouncing around on here for sure. Pretty high up. These spider webs everywhere. Yeah. I'm waving my poles to break through them. Jeepers. Yeah, these are pretty cool. Long. So I just came down these 3 ladders going into the falls, Tsusiat Falls I believe they call it, and the campground, and it's down this way. One more set of ladders it looks like here. Yeah. Well, it's not the best shape, but yes, down there and then down into the beach. You can see some people over there right now. I am at Tsusiat Falls. Gorgeous or what? Like, is that amazing? I've already gone for a swim and got all cleaned off, so it's been pretty much a great day. I got here really early. I've got a choice camp spot over there. I might even go for another swim later. The sun's come out, so glorious day. Alrighty, well, good morning. It is day number 3. You can see the falls behind me right there. Pretty early, a little foggy again this morning. but there is blue sky above me, so getting an early start. Looks like I'm one of the first ones out of here, which is very strange. I'm always last usually, but 2 days in a row I'm the first out. So anyways, we got a bit of a beach walk this morning, and we're just going to try and get to the crab shack. If you don't know what the crab shack is, it's you take the shuttle across Nitimat Narrows, and when you get to the other side, there's a little restaurant, and they sell breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And so I'm going to stop there and have breakfast or lunch, depending on when I get there. It is supposed to rain later today, so that's going to be kind of a drag. We're trying to get to a campsite and get set up before the rain really starts to kick in. So we shall see, but we'll see you on the trail. Day number 3. Looks like I'm the first one on the beach today. There's no tracks at all. Other than mine, of course. Yeah, how cool is that? Need to step back a little here. That's pretty cool. Whoa! Water just about got me. Look at that. I got to get through there when the water goes back. Like that.
We are a we. An otter box. I'm expecting big things out of that. Doubles the size.
Good morning. So it is day 4. I did not do a day 3 wrap up. All I can say is it was a really brutal night. It rained all night. 2 kilometers before I got to my campsite at Cribbs Lake or Cribbs Creek, it started to rain, and by the time I got there, it was coming down pretty good. So I got my tent set up as quickly as possible, and basically from about probably 7 o'clock at night till about 6 o'clock in the morning, I just was in my tent the whole time. It was just coming down and coming down and coming down, and didn't stop until about 8 o'clock this morning. So once it stopped, I thought, well, I can get going, and it's supposed to actually be nice later. So anyways, we're on day 4. See all the waves coming in back there. I'm going to a place called Walburn, I believe it's called. I might even try and get further than that to a place called Cullite. That would be good if I got to there. But we'll see. That would Whew, what a day. Bug. Okay, I just reached Cullite or however they say it. Now I'm about to go down 8 sets of stairs. I can't even show them to you because it's impossible to get them all on camera, but it's pretty crazy. Well, good morning on day number 5. Just leaving Cullite. That's where I was last night. Pretty packed actually, but it's about 8 o'clock in the morning. We have about 12K to do to get to Thrasher Cove. So it should be an okay day. We just haven't decided if we want to go through the forest because it's so darn mucky. We don't know about this section in particular, but based on what I've seen, it's probably going to be pretty bad. So didn't do a update last night, but probably didn't really matter. Anyways, we'll see you on the trail. Day number 5. Alrighty, so I am pretty close to Owen's Point, but I can't go that way even though I'd like to because it's faster. This has all been carved out by water. And this whole spot's going to be full again. There's actually a cave right there. We do need to hurry though, because the tide will come in on us soon. Like, just look how this is all like some massive natural arch. It's so amazing. Very beautiful. Go up into here. Check this out. And you can go over to this cave. That's not really a cave, it's just a hole in this thing. So I have to go through a forest section I haven't been on before, but rumors have it it's not great. I mean, it's going to be bad, so, but it's only 4K. It is what it is. I am still trucking away. I'm about a kilometer, maybe kilometer and a half from my campground. And frankly, I thought this trail was actually not bad. They said it was the girl I had met once before on the trail, her and her boyfriend, and then I met them again because they were doing a flip-flop. And they had done this section, probably they had done this section right here. And she said it was one of the worst sections on the trail, in her opinion. But man, I am not finding it that bad at all. It's actually fairly dry. Like if you look down to, can I get it right there? It's not that bad. Not like the mud bowls we've been dealing with. So I'm making pretty good time, and yeah, so I'm happy with it. I wasn't sure if I wanted to come this way, but I'm glad I did. Anyways, we'll see you at the campground. Okay, so I am at Thrasher Cove, and I can't believe how different it looks when the tide is high. If you remember from our first video, we went through that gap over there, and right now you can't get through there. Well, you could probably just squeeze through there now. Yeah, the whole campground just looks different. Very interesting. Nice day though. Here we are at Thrasher's Cove. The final evening of the adventure.
Well, good morning on the final day. We have 6 kilometers to go. Sun is shining in my eyes. Let me just turn this way. Yeah, we're packing up. We're on day 6. Final day, we got about 6 kilometers to go. The tide is out big time, and the beach is huge compared to last night. You can see lots of people back there just kind of getting their stuff together, and but look how big the beach is now. Pretty gorgeous day. Anyways, we'll be hitting the trail here pretty quick. And it's pretty early. It's like, I don't know, 6:30 in the morning, 7 o'clock. Just on the last few kilometers. Gorgeous in here with the sun peeking through. A bit of a downhill right now. I think we're getting really close. We might have 2K left. 2 or 3, probably 3. There's the last ladder, folks. I made it. And now the shuttle's waiting, so I gotta go.
We did it.
Just heading back to Port Renfrew. There's somewhere over there is the dock. Right there. So I had some final thoughts about the West Coast Trail. I just wanted to, first of all, incredible journey, really. But it is pretty much one of the more difficult trails I've ever been on. It's kind of more like a obstacle course than it is a trail. And the south section is really pretty rough. It's in disrepair and it needs some serious maintenance. So, you know, it's debatable. Do you start on the south and go through the crap first, or do you start at the north, kind of get your body used to the hike and then tackle the south end? So it's really up to each individual's perspective, I guess. But I did hear, I talked to one of the Guardian Trail Guardians, I guess they call themselves. They do have some significant plans to repair a lot of the southern section. I mean, there was ladders that were missing rungs. There was boardwalks that were just disintegrated. I mean, they haven't been touched in probably decades, and so you just were walking through mud, and it was pretty bad. And yeah, you know, bridges that were out, like that, trees had fallen over and just smashed them. I mean, so there's, I don't know, there could be like $1 million worth of necessary work on that south end. So would I go on the trail again? Well, if I heard that they have done a lot of these repairs, I might consider doing it again with some other people if they wanted to do it. But I would like to see them repair it, do some upgrades. There's sections where you can't even tell where the trail is. So, you know, this trail is pretty dangerous. Every day that I was on the trail, somebody got rescued. Several people, you know, kind of blew out their knees. One gentleman tried to jump across a surge channel. Apparently he smashed his face on the other side and knocked out his teeth, and yeah, just he had to get rescued, of course. I heard he even, you know, was briefly unconscious. That's how bad he smashed his face into the rocks. So, I mean, people get injured on this trail every day, and so, you know, something to consider. I think when they do the upgrades that they're planning, I think, and the repairs, it'll certainly make the trail safer. But yeah, it's a tough trail. I was just about ready to wrap things up, and then I realized there's one other thing I need to address, and that is physical preparedness. I think it's really important that you get out at least 2 hours per day with your pack on, 30 pounds of weight. Go for a 2-hour walk in your neighborhood. Try to find some stairs and some hills that you can go up, and because that's what you're going to be doing on this trail. And if you prepare about a month in advance, I think you'll be ready. And a lot of people get injured on this trail because they're not physically prepared. And you'll have a more enjoyable experience if you're not completely exhausted at the end of the day, because you're going to have some days where you're going probably for 8 hours. So working out for 2 hours a day to prepare for that is not that much, really, when you consider what you're about to take on. So anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. Hit the thumbs up, please. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And we'll see you on the next video. Talk to you later.